today's scenario for the 14th. Alright, so this is what I was saying on the notes this morning, is that this session right here on the 7th was the low of
I think you're sharing the wrong screen there.
oh, my thing always breaks randomly, so hold on. Where is my screen? Okay. There you go. Okay. So this session right here on the 7th was the low of last week, and then we gapped up. We tested the upper, the 20-day point of control, and then we started dropping again yesterday. We left some single prints. We left a bearish imbalance, and the target for that is at 6666. Go figure, right? And which it's also coinciding more or less with value area low for this session, right? And now overnight we're dropping more. We're back to the 90-day point of control. We're back inside value for this session. So in order to continue this value area sweep, which is the setup that I always look at, which is if you come back into a ranges value, then we should look for a sweep to the other side of value. Right now we just tested that point of control, and we started bouncing a little bit right ahead of the open, but we'll see if that is the extent of this move, or if we test the lows again and then finish cleaning up this bearish imbalance and test the low side of this range. Now this session right here was also a bearish imbalance. Look where the point of control is compared to the high of that session. So that target for that cleaning up that bearish imbalance is all the way down here at 65.79. And here we have another weekly low that we haven't tested. We have a little bit of support here. Well, not a little bit of support. This is, to me, this is an important level of support. And if we don't bounce here at the 66.20 area, then I'm going to look for a test of this area at the 65.85. And if we don't find buyers there, then 65.25 is the next level to look for, which is that high volume node from back a few months ago. And then from there, stronger support at the 420 area. So 6500 is some support, but then 420 is the stronger support. But if we see some buyers show up, we have a double distribution during the overnight session, which means that we're likely going to see some sellers here at that 67.20 area, right? And then if we are able to get above it and get back into the upper distribution, see how weak, how poor that high is on the overnight session. I'm expecting a move back to fill the gap first into yesterday's low, and then see if we can come back inside value and then do a value area sweep and test the single prints from yesterday's session, which are at 67.80 ish. and that will be my final target, is if we get a little bit of a squeeze, right? So far this looks pretty bearish, so watch volatility. Now we're seeing volatility is coming down, so we might get a little bit of a squeeze at the open first, and then see if the sellers are still there, and then see if we can make another leg down. Thank you. Same thing, bearish, very bearish. Many new lows for the week. And we have support here at this 300 to, holy moly. Sorry, I just dropped my mouse, my phone's ringing. We have support at the 300 to 400 area, 24,300, 24,400, and then I'm expecting buyers to show up at that area. If they don't, then we have a lot of references down here. The area with the most volume for the year, this is the blue profile, is a volume profile for the year. It's down here, 22,200. I'm not saying we're gonna get here today, but if this downtrend continues, then final target will be here. That's the yearly VWAP, and it is the 365-day point of control and the 200 daily moving average. So keep that in mind. Although, you know, Santa rally could come before that, right? So I'm not expecting that to happen anytime soon, but something to keep an eye on. Crude had a big up move yesterday. I am not sure what the news was. I didn't pay attention, but we came back to that point of control. Then we rejected that, consolidated a little bit. Now that it's opening, it looks like it's making another attempt to go back to the point of control. And you know, since we failed to break below, this is a look below and fail, I would expect this 61 area to be tagged within the next few sessions. And gold, big drop last night after a move above this resistance, which we were looking to see if it became support, and now we broke it again to the downside, the 4160 area. Now we are breaking the next level of support, right, which is this low volume area, the 4060 that we were looking at before. So now came back, filled some of the single prints, and now it's bouncing back. So now watch this 4060 again, because if we get back above it, then 4090 will be next, and 4100. We have a little bit of minor resistance there, and then 4120 will be the next target to the upside. If it breaks below these lows and fill those single prints, the target below is 4015. That's the 20-day point of control, which is still there. Value hasn't been able to successfully move higher. Alright, I think that's about for today. Good luck, and if you had a good week, make sure you keep it small, because volatility is very high. We're gonna have big moves today, likely. Alright.